Today on Selling Houses.
Who's in charge?
I like to think I'm in charge.
Yes, but clearly you're not.
Three rival sellers snoop around each other's houses.
Don't touch it, you don't know where it's been.
It is more like a shop than like a bedroom.
If I got my hands on that, it would be straight in the skip.
My ideas get some looks,
Calm your quivering lip.
and I start to feel the heat.
I feel quite flustered.
They get a week and £1,000 to make changes.
It just doesn't look like they should be in the same room.
I'm not overly a big fan of painting unless it's painting my nails.
Oh, I want to see
Go away. Go away.
All competing to win an offer from my buyer.
You can see the space in here.
Today I'm in Berkshire, home to the Queen. She has the keys to the most famous property in the area, Windsor Castle. But you don't need to be royal to make a mint in this county. Property values have gone up 7% here in the last year alone. Great news if you're selling like my three rivals today, all battling it out to win an offer from my buyer, Ellie.
Exciting times ahead, aren't they? You
They
are
are.
selling your property
Yes.
and then you're downsizing in order to buy somewhere abroad as well.
I'd like to, very much.
That's
Just
the plan.
Really would love to, yeah.
What, in a nutshell, is the dream home?
I like open plan. I like
Right.
space. I like to be able to see everybody and 3 bedrooms, nice garden space.
The garden's quite important, isn't
That's, yes, important. A nice patio area that we can have family round
Right.
and a nice lawn bit for my dog and my son.
So enough space to kick a ball about
Yeah.
and enough space for a glass of wine in the evening.
Absolutely, yeah.
Budget-wise, what do you have to play with?
I'm probably going to have over $500,000.
Right, OK.
But I'd also like to buy something abroad, so I've got to sort of juggle it so I can...
OK, excellent. Should we go look?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
With Ellie putting aside £90,000 for her place abroad, she has a budget of £410,000. My three sellers have all got places that could fit Ellie's brief, but there's work to be done before I can show her around. First up, it's retired singer Chris and his wife Fiona. They're selling their 3-bed detached with through lounge and office downstairs in search of a quieter life in Lincolnshire.
The reason we would like to move is fairly simple, but just being able to live life to the full.
And enjoy time together.
Yeah, really? Oh, yes, and enjoy time together.
Bless them. After leaving their mark on the property for the last 13 years, it's going to be hard saying goodbye.
It's held a lot of memories and a lot of thoughts, hasn't it? Yeah.
And a lot of hard work.
And a lot of hard work, yes.
That may be. The house has been on the market for just a week, but areas like Chris's office and Fiona's bedroom are going to make it hard to sell.
The house does offer some quirky areas.
Might seem a bit odd having a shower in a study. If you like, it's the home county's version of a boot room.
And yes, the second bedroom does act as a dressing room as well.
You just hate an empty space, don't you, darling?
No.
Could have fooled me. Hope you're both up for some new ideas.
And we do differ on things. I like the minimalistic or Spartan look. My wife likes...
OK, yes, I like the busy stuff.
This chintzy detached definitely needs some identity. But despite Chris's confused office downstairs and Fiona's cluttered bedroom upstairs, it could be the ready-made home for Ellie. It's on the market for $389,950. Next up, it's full-time mum Natalie and her husband Oliver. They're selling their 3-bed detached house, which, from the children's bedroom upstairs to the living room downstairs, is totally chock-a-block.
People have minimalistic houses and you couldn't accuse us of that at all. Everyone that comes in here says, oh my God.
And buyers don't seem to see beyond the mountains of stuff.
The house has been on the market for about 2.5 months with 2 viewings, so very little interest.
But it's not just the clutter that's the talking point. There's an even hotter topic up for grabs in the master bedroom.
Yeah, our bedroom is got a dance pole in the middle of it.
We went out for a night out. You ended up in a dance-off situation and you won. That was the reason for buying the
I think it was a birthday present
purchase.
from you.
It was, yeah.
I do enjoy to have a little dance after a few beers.
As you do. This chaotic 3-bed detached is way too overcrowded, and the bedroom is more top shelf than top floor. It's on the market for £408,000. Last up, it's recently newlyweds care worker Lisa and her husband fireman Joey. Lisa is looking to sell her 3-bed detached with open plan living room and landscape garden so they can buy a love nest.
We want to buy something that's both of ours.
Step down the relationship road as you do. You get married, then you get a house, really, don't you?
It's been on the market for 2 weeks and there's been no interest, which could be because of the state of some of the rooms.
The conservatory. It is an odd space.
It's an odd space.
There. To be honest, I only use a conservatory to walk out into the garden.
It's almost like a temporary man cave until we get a real one sorted.
Whilst elsewhere in the house, there's a confusing battle of styles.
The living room was all decorated to my taste, basically. Most of the colour is beiges and creams and browns.
And I come along and I wanted bright reds and dark browns, didn't I?
Definitely time to make some changes. Hope you see eye to eye on my ideas.
I would say I have the final say.
I'll probably agree with that most of the time.
He knows.
Oh, do I now?
Lisa and Joey's 3-bed semi may be well presented in parts, but the bland decor in the lounge and unloved feeling in the conservatory let it down. It's the cheapest of my 3 properties at a guide price of £375,000. So it's Natalie and Oliver's chaotic detached, Chris and Fiona's chintzy detached, and Lisa and Joey's unadventurous semi, all battling it out to win an offer from my buyer, Ellie. But before Ellie takes a look, all 3 sellers get to snoop around each other's houses, pointing out problems and picking up tips. First up, it's Natalie and Oliver's chaotic detached.
This is obviously a busy, fun-filled family home, but as Natalie and Oliver's family have grown, so has all the clutter. Every single room is full, and it's really hard to see the house behind all of their belongings, which probably explains why it's been on the market for 3 months and has only had 2 viewings.
First to snoop is Lisa and Joey.
Pretty modern, looks pretty big.
First impressions, it looks good.
Yeah, nice garden frontage there. I like that.
Yep.
All good on the outside, into the hallway.
Ooh, dark.
It's a bit dark in here.
Yeah, to say the least.
I ain't sure about the wallpaper.
The wallpaper would be OK if they didn't have this floor.
Yeah.
The floor is very, very busy.
Wait till you see the lounge.
Oh, this is different, isn't it? There's a lot going on in this room. It's too much.
It is too
Much too busy.
There's too much on show. There's lots of different styles here. Like, if you look at that side of the room, that's my taste.
Yeah.
And then you go to this side of the room and then it looks completely different to that side.
Yeah, it's definitely a clash.
I'm not comfortable with that sort of creature. Do we want to see a mini Jurassic Park?
No.
Upstairs, the steamy master bedroom.
What can one say?
It is a little bit like a bordello.
I'm instantly drawn to the pole. I just find this...
Don't touch it, you don't know where it's been.
Bit of a crazy thing to do here in the bedroom, but hey,
Although we have seen them before.
we have. I don't know where. Where have you seen them
Yeah,
before?
we've seen them before.
Where have you been that I don't know you've been?
Why would you have a pole in your bedroom?
It's definitely a little bit wild.
Actually,
it's not
can't
something I've ever
work
seen
out.
before or thought about.
The property is on the market for £408,000.
For me, if it was 408, then I wouldn't be happy paying that for it.
I think that's overpriced, and I think if they're not having people making offers, that will be one of the reasons.
A resounding thumbs down to the valuation. Next up, it's Chris and Fiona's chintzy 3-bed.
This house is a good size, and on the whole, it's got a great layout, even though there are some design crimes, like a shower in the study and a severe lack of storage upstairs. And the trouble is, with a house like this, when everything is out on display, it feels less like a property and more like a shop.
The curb appeal, I wouldn't say is very high at all.
It's quite secluded, even though it's on an estate. It's nice.
Mixed views outside. At the end of the hall is the downstairs office.
Oh, random.
Why would they have an office and a shower in the same room? If it was just a bathroom or just a office...
Dressing, like a walk-in
or
wardrobe.
a walk-in wardrobe, yeah,
That'd
that'd
be
work.
good.
That'd make sense.
Yeah.
But as it is, that's just so confusing.
Next to the office is the lounge.
Open plan living area.
Got a recliner chair each, a beer and a TV, that's ideal.
Colour on the walls I actually really do like.
I'm not used to being a fan of green, but
Yeah.
it would actually work in our lounge.
Upstairs is Fiona's bedroom.
It is more like a shop than like a bedroom.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd come in as a buyer and think, wow, I really need this.
The headboard reminds me of my nan's. If I got my hands on that, it would be straight in the skip.
Next door in Chris's bedroom, Ollie and Natalie see where they've been going wrong.
Very minimalistic.
Yeah.
If they can see the space that's not filled by so much of your stuff, then they can kind of imagine what their stuff would look like in it.
So, is this what we need to do?
You've got it. This house is on the market for £389,950.
Seems a bit steep.
I definitely wouldn't pay that for it.
I think they might struggle to sell at that.
The frontage of the house isn't attractive. Your first impressions count as well when you go in to look at a property.
So my rivals agree it's priced too high, but Joey and Lisa were convinced of the need of colour, while Ollie and Natalie realised it's time for a tidy up. Last up is Joey and Lisa's unadventurous semi.
This has got the potential to be a wonderful family home, and it's got a fantastic garden, but the decor really lets it down. This could be a wonderful, bright, light space, but the use of the dark, heavy furniture and the brown colour scheme makes it feel really oppressive. It also doesn't photograph well at all, and I feel that that's the main reason they haven't had a single viewing yet.
Secretly, I would like us to have a porch like that, you know.
What do you mean secretly?
It's quite tidy.
Yeah, I'm interested to see inside.
Everyone's impressed outside, through to the lounge.
There's insufficient light coming in from outside,
Okay,
which is a little bit of a shame.
It's not a very happy place to be.
There is literally no colour in it anywhere, it's just white and brown, everything.
Yeah.
Off the lounge is the conservatory.
It's a bit crowded. Yeah, I think we're looking at a teenager's bedroom, don't you?
Yeah, I do, but it's in the conservatory where it shouldn't be.
Your eyes drawn straight to what sort of DVDs they got rather than a beautiful garden.
Upstairs in the master bedroom, Chris is playing Spot the Difference.
In here, we've got something that we haven't got. Wardrobes. If you got rid of some of the clothing.
You know my passion on clothes.
Yes, I do, yeah.
It is quite calming, isn't it?
Rather than our bedroom, it's like bright and vibrant wake-up colours.
Yeah.
Joey and Lisa's house is on the market for £375,000.
375, really?
Yeah, that seems a lot. Yeah, I think it's a bit overpriced.
I think buyers would still come and view this, but I think the actual asking price would probably dissuade them.
The rival sellers may think the price is a bit steep, but they both saw the benefits of a tidy and well-ordered bedroom. Today, I'm in Berkshire, helping my 3 sellers update their properties in the hope they'll get an offer from my buyer, Ellie, who, along with her friend Chrissy, is looking for a spacious family property.
I'm looking for a house with 2 to 3 bedrooms, open planned, and a nice space in the garden.
After snooping around each other's houses, my 3 rival sellers have all picked up some tips to help them clinch a sale.
I shall declutter, I promise I will. I'll start packing things away.
Even though we love our personal touch, it's maybe not right for selling the house.
And there's been a lot more colour in the houses, and then I look at mine and I'm thinking maybe I do need to add a little bit of colour.
Now it's time to give them some style advice, £1,000 and 7 days to get things shipshape. Starting with Chris and Fiona's chintzy detached, with his office come shower room downstairs and Fiona's cluttered bedroom upstairs.
You're moving on now, but in order to move on, we've got to tackle some of the areas of the house that I feel could probably do with a little bit of zhuzhin.
Yep. Ooh, I like that word, I like zhuzh.
Because I can tell by your clothes. You like a bit of zhuzh. I wanted to tackle your room. The other sellers walked in here and they said it felt like their granny's bedroom. It's just about prettifying this room and making it really stand out. Think kind of boutique hotel bedrooms. We need to get these clothes
narrowed down.
Yeah. Absolutely. Be a tad ruthless. You know, keep the ones that you love out, but maybe not all of them. The spare bedroom that doesn't have a wardrobe in it at the moment, if you went for a double wardrobe in there, and you had a single wardrobe here, that would free up an awful lot of space. And then the fun begins. I know you like a little bit of sparkle.
Just a little.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Actually, that's rather nice, isn't it?
Not everywhere, but that against that wall. So that's your feature wall.
Yeah, that would work.
So it becomes a proper girly pad. Bit of sparkle. And just like... I want to come back in here and look like Barbara Cartland's house.
Yeah.
Not too much,
No.
but, you know, just to make it look like a statement bedroom. Is she ruthless? Can she cut things down?
Oh, I do hope so.
With the bedroom under control, it's downstairs to what I think is the office.
I'm a tad confused with this room. Doesn't take much to confuse me. So it's a shower room stroke office.
Yeah, this is where I escaped to.
I think what it's done is it's confused the other sellers as well.
Oh, right.
Option number 1 is to rip it out completely, Calm your quivering lip. Option number 2 is keep it. Look. Stud wall it and make it a shower room and an office. So you've got 2 completely separate rooms.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the office area. One thing that you could do is actually invest in a nice streamlined desk. And then, bear with me, this is just an idea, a decorative idea. Now, you can pick these little clipboards up for about £2 or £3 each.
Right.
And these are literally just wallpaper samples. And you just glue them on, and then you put them on the wall like that. Look at your face. What's all this weird newfangled witchcraft?
Yeah.
But it will just add a really nice point of interest.
No, actually, you're not. Yeah.
He wouldn't have sparkle in here. He'd do his nuts.
Which brings me neatly onto colour. I think this sort of colour on here would work really, really well.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the glorious 80s wood chip.
No, it's 70s.
70s,
Yeah,
80s,
it's
late 70s,
vintage.
early vintage. Yeah. It's a swine as well, you know, to take down.
Yes.
But one of the things you could maybe consider doing in here is there is a product on the market now which is like a lining paper that you can put over the top of it, and it doesn't completely eradicate it, but it does a really good job of disguising it.
Yeah, OK.
In a way, it's kind of your room and your room, isn't
Yeah.
it? So are we feeling enthusiastic?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah? They are just hilarious. Aren't they wonderful? I've chosen 2 rooms to make over, and one of the rooms belongs to him and the other one belongs to her. And I almost feel like there's going to be a little bit of competition between the 2 of them to see who can produce the best room. Let battle commence.
How do I feel about the decluttering? Yes. Thank you very much, Amanda.
You're welcome, Chris. And so it begins. Fiona's finding it hard to get off the starting block.
I am somebody that doesn't discard things, use them once and throw them out. Oh dear, I don't know about that. Oh dear.
Oh, cheer up, Fiona. You'll be smiling when the house sells. Downstairs, the office clear-out is well underway.
Yeah, if there is reincarnation, I want to come back as a furniture mover.
With the clutter out and before the decorating can begin, the stud wall needs to go up, starting with the frame.
Once this is up, then we can start putting the plasterboard on and getting this side of it tightened up.
Nice work. With handyman T. Homeowners called in to give a hand, Chris will have the job done in no time at all.
We never had lasers when we were growing up. We had spirit levels that were always out of true.
Next, it's Natalie and Oliver's cluttered detached, with the saucy bedroom upstairs and chock-a-block living room downstairs.
So why do you think your house isn't selling?
We feel it's very personal to us, whether people come in and see a lot of our stuff.
What, like glitter balls?
Yeah.
And poles up in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Do you both find it hard to let go of things?
Yes. Very hard, yeah.
Nearly a quarter of buyers have said that in the past they haven't put an offer in on a property because of its clutter.
Really?
You need to depersonalise this house. I think we tackle this room first.
Yeah.
And what needs to happen is it needs to be completely stripped back. So big deep breath, lots of boxes, start the whole decluttering process.
Right, okay.
Get rid of this entire unit here apart from the base.
Right, okay.
And then I think we need to change the wallpaper, and I think something fun and frivolous. And go for something that will make a statement.
That's really pretty.
And then think about painting this unit as well, one of those colours. Are they bearded dragons in there?
Yes.
It's a difficult one to try and sell a house when you've got lots of wildlife. If you've got people that have a fear of animals and they're running the gauntlet of the bearded dragons and the fish, it ain't cutting it. I'm fully aware that, you know, if I was asking you to do 1 room in a week, it would be a lot.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to do 2 rooms. Can we go up to your bedroom?
Yes.
After you guys. Come on, little one. Gosh, she's so cute.
A perfect time for baby Jasmine Bell's afternoon nap, as it's onto their, you could say colourful, master bedroom.
I've come into the inner sanctum, haven't I? Does this get used?
Occasionally.
I feel quite flustered. What we need to do is try and de-boudoir it, because it just needs to be much more neutral. I'm giving you a bit of glitter.
Okay, yes, good.
Is that all right?
We love it.
So that glittery wallpaper across that whole back wall, and that will be your feature wall. But then the rest of it, just a very, very neutral, boring shade. Is that like the most boring colour you've ever seen in the history of colour?
Yeah.
Normally, I would always say, you know, go bold, be dramatic, but there's a fine line.
Yeah.
And I think we might have crossed it in this room.
a long time ago, yeah.
You can afford to be a bit inventive when it comes to upcycling furniture. So this is a really simple and effective way in which you can transform furniture. So all you do is you get net curtain, spray paint it in whatever colour you want, and then when you peel it off...
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great? You imagine that?
Yeah,
with
that's
that
really
paper.
pretty.
I am fully aware I have given you a mammoth task. How are you feeling?
I like all the
I
ideas.
think it's possible.
Yeah, we just need to crack on literally now.
Yeah, actually just get out there. Go on then. Let's go and find some boxes. Not going on that pole.
Now, it might surprise you, but I've never been in a bedroom with a pole before. I've been in a lot of bedrooms. I think I've overwhelmed them. They have got so much work to do in the next 7 days, but they've got to do it. They've got to be ruthless. It needs to be toned down and decluttered, or they'll be here when baby number 5 and baby number 6 come along.
Would have been daunting just boxing that up to move.
Yeah, I think it's quite a lot to take in.
Yeah.
With a massive amount of tidying to do, Natalie and Oliver have called in their kids, Shannon Jessica, Frankie Oliver and Candy Lillianne to help.
What we're going to do is we're going to pick a few DVDs each that we're going to keep out, and then the rest we're going to put in a big box. You can pick 5. It's quite a big decision for them, I think. Ollie, do we get 5 each as well? So we've got all the DVDs in these ones, but the ones there are sentimental. Like
That doesn't look like sentimental.
Backstreet Boys is sentimental. How can you say it isn't?
With the living room tidied,
That looks completely different already.
it's time to say goodbye to the pole.
This is a sad moment. That'll be the first thing out, to put it right at the front of the garage.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted already. There's so much to do.
Finally, it's Lisa and Joey's unadventurous 3-bed semi with its muted colour scheme in the lounge that leads onto the forgotten dumping ground of a conservatory.
So how long have you had your house on the market for?
Just a couple of weeks.
Right, and viewings, how many have you had?
None so far.
None at all. Are you surprised by that?
Always surprised, right?
Yeah.
Half of it is that the photos aren't doing it justice.
If we were going to change anything, then definitely update the downstairs colour schemes.
Yes.
They're a little bit plain.
Brown?
Yeah.
So I think the best thing to do with it is to start injecting some colour. One of the things that is so wonderful about your property is that wonderful garden, and it is just brilliant. So I sort of want to use a little bit of that. It's a bit of an old cliche, but bring the outside in by using some wallpaper and using reflective wallpaper. I think that this would work really well across that wall there. What it will do is it will frame the outside really well. Do you like it?
I think I'm just not a wallpaper fan, full stop to start with, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just normally it's a lot more pain to get a whole wall wallpapered than painting.
That's why I've chosen that really tricky wall for you, with loads of little bits.
Great.
If you were feeling brave, take it and put it on that wall there. Yeah. And then, with the other wall, this sort of colour, which I think will complement that wallpaper really well. Happy? Well, you're not, because I'm making you do wallpaper.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, because there's some more wallpaper out there. Should we go out?
Right.
Ah, Joey looks thrilled. Wait till he hears my plans for the neglected conservatory.
I think the thing to do with this room is to clear it out completely and start again. I think this cabinet would work really well next door with your TV on it. If you painted this in a really lovely bright colour, it would make a real statement piece. Carpet in a conservatory is never a good idea because obviously you're traipsing in and out from the garden. So a nice laminate like this one, nice, light, bright with a bit of texture, just bounce the light up and make it look wonderful. And then, I don't mention wallpaper, but not everywhere, don't panic. Literally not everywhere, just in that little bit there. I love this wallpaper. It's a bit bold, to say the least, but it will work really well in here and it will look really beautiful against that backdrop. And then what you do is you take one of the other colours and just paint everything else around. So all of a sudden you've got a cleared, lighter, brighter space.
I'm actually quite excited about making a start because I think it does lack colour.
Who's in charge?
I like to think I'm in charge.
Yes, but clearly you're not. Oh, bless you.
How many of us have had photographs taken of ourselves and then we look at them and think, do I really look like that? This house is a bit like that. I don't think it's translating well. It's just not doing it justice. We need to inject some colour, we need to inject some vibrancy, and we need to give it a real facelift, and then I am sure they're going to get people through the door.
Definitely quite a big change, but I think probably a change that's needed.
Before they can start on my masterpiece, they need a blank canvas. Time to get rid of that clutter in the conservatory.
Definitely Lisa's.
I think this may take some time.
The amount of stuff I'm going to have to go through is ridiculous. I don't even know what to do with all this.
With all the junk jettisoned, it's time to dismantle.
It'd be a lot easier if I could just smash it apart, but I think I'll actually keep it, see if we can get some money for it.
The room's been stripped, so it's just an open space. Anything could happen.
I'm in Berkshire, where my 3 sellers with their budget of £1,000 are busy doing up their homes in the hope they'll land an offer from my buyer, Ellie.
I'm looking for a house with 2 to 3 bedrooms, open planned. I like to see what's going on, and it's nice when you're entertaining that you can see everybody.
At Chris and Fiona's chintzy house, it's all about making a statement, turning things from bland and cluttered to clear and bold, both in the bedroom upstairs and Chris's confused office downstairs. Bill Dirty Home here helps put up the stud wall to box in the shower that used to dominate the room.
I'll leave it like that, I can get through that gap.
Yep.
Yeah, look, watch. I can get showered like that.
With the wall in place, it's time to start Operation What to Do About the Wood Chip.
Right, this is the paper that we've chosen. You can actually put this straight over the wood chip. It will hide the blemishes. And the idea when your paper hangs that you leave it slightly long.
Good job you bought plenty more. Properly cut to size, Chris slaps on the paste and up it goes.
It will certainly look a lot better than it did.
Upstairs in the cluttered bedroom, Fiona's finally come to terms with the clear-out. Sort of.
Oh. As we haven't got the wardrobes here yet, these railings are going to have to go into Chris's bedroom because he's got a bigger bedroom than me.
Chris will be pleased. Speak of the devil.
Don't look.
Oh, my God. That used to be mine.
Yes.
I'm not worried about it at all.
Not really?
No, I'm just going to go downstairs and cry.
At Natalie and Oliver's chock-a-block detached, it's all about creating clear spaces, and Mum Leslie is helping get the living room back to basics.
It's been quite quick at this, Mum. We should set up our own little business so we can do the strippers.
Next, it's on with the paint. A light country cream to help lift the walls, and grey to highlight the fireplace.
I'm not overly a big fan of painting unless it's painting my nails. To be honest, even that I'd prefer someone else to do, and Ollie quite often does my nails for me.
What a metrosexual. Outside in the garden, Natalie's friends Rebecca, Sam, Gillian and baby Desi have arrived to help breathe some life into her old dining room furniture.
Reminds me of the beach side. It's very fresh.
Over at Joe and Lisa's unadventurous semi, it's all about bringing the outside in, starting with some colour in the conservatory.
I've never been a big fan of green.
Well, you better get used to it, as it's also the colour I've chosen for the living room.
It just doesn't look like they should be in the same room. They're like opposites. Hopefully I'm wrong.
That's why I do this job and not you. Wait till it's all up.
I'm not sure whether I like it or hate it.
I give up. Back in the conservatory, Lisa is tackling the soon-to-be TV stand.
It looks so much better than what it did before already. I'll be well impressed if somebody said, oh, I like that unit. She's got her TV on.
At Chris and Fiona's chintzy detached, the clothes are cleared out upstairs, ready for my statement scheme. Downstairs in Chris's den, the freshly separated office is starting to look more defined, and the wall concealing the shower is going to become a feature.
This is the paper that we've looked at. I'd describe this as a sort of monochrome early tandoori. It's not too girly either.
Wouldn't want that, would we? With the wallpaper up and left to dry, it's on with the manly sea blue paint for the rest of the walls. I just hope Fiona likes it.
I've got a funny feeling that my wife is trying to have a quick glimpse in here to see what's going on. She's not going to succeed until I'm ready.
Christopher,
What do you want?
can I come in?
No, you can't come in.
Oh, I want to see how
Go
you do.
away. Go away.
Oh, that's a nice colour.
Yeah, that's as near as you get into it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
At Natalie and Oliver's less cluttered detached, things are getting more appealing to potential buyers in the lounge, thanks to my fun feature wall. Whilst the pace sets, upstairs in the bedroom, Oliver brings what I think is a more tasteful colour to the boudoir.
Amanda chose this baby vomit colour. Cheers for that, Amanda.
Oh my goodness, you've done loads. I don't like it at all. It looks weird.
Well, you win some, you lose some. And Natalie's soon smiling about my accent colour on the old DVD cabinet.
This is the first thing that's cheered me up, because it's just something colourful.
Well, you've brightened my day too by moving those bearded dragons.
We've moved them from that window so it does open up the window again, and we've painted it the same colour so that it blends in a bit more.
At Joey and Lisa's unadventurous semi, it's time for my laminate floor in the conservatory.
That looks like there's some mould coming from the door. I think I'm gonna have to either cut it out or lift up the whole floor and relay it. Not the best news of the day.
A DIY disaster that will blow all his budget. Joey needs to make a decision and fast. Meanwhile, Lisa's having a much more relaxing time with a paintbrush.
Vodka and Coke, actually, I'll put on this table when it's finished.
Really? I'm more of a gin girl myself. Whilst Joey waits for expert help for the floor, it's back to the living room to bring the outside in with my forest feature wall.
I've done wallpaper a couple of times. I've never been taught how to do it, so I've just done it my way. So we'll figure out if it works or not. As all houses are built, they're never built quite square. So a plumb line will give you a straight line to hang the wallpaper against the floor.
Well, you sound like you know what you're talking about.
Is that the right way up?
I take that back. With everything measured, up it goes. Good job.
The wallpaper is lifting the whole room now. So it's like a totally different room. So much brighter. Wallpaper's finished.
It'll be finished when we wake up in the morning and it's still on the walls.
Oh, don't say that.
At Natalie and Oliver's clutter-free detached, things are a lot more stripped back. Downstairs, the living room feels spacious and bright.
It's completely different, isn't it? Where's it all gone?
Upstairs in the bedroom, with the decorating done, it's time to upcycle the old bedside unit with my lace idea.
This is the exciting bit. In a very tiny way, it's like getting a bit of our boudoir back, I suppose.
I'm not a fan of it. Cheers, Amanda.
Some people just don't have the eye. With all the DIY done, just enough time to add the all-important details to finish things off.
Are we going to celebrate? Because I'll high-five you, you'll go to kiss me, we'll just slap each other and stuff. I hope Amanda comes in and is absolutely wowed. I'm hoping she really appreciates how much we've done for her.
Before, the living room was cluttered and undefined, but now it's bright, organised and vibrant, thanks to the bold feature wall, repurposed unit and toned-down colour scheme. Total cost £600.
It is unbelievable. I literally, honestly, hand on heart, cannot believe you have done this in 7 days. And you're still alive.
Only just, yeah.
Fireplace looks amazing.
Doesn't it?
We love it as the feature. It really works.
And the, what are they, lizards, dragons, bearded things?
Bearded dragons.
They were there, have they gone on a little holiday?
No, we've blended them into the unit.
Yeah, they've gone on a holiday to the living room. You've done an absolutely fabulous job. Can we go look at the bedroom?
Yes, of course.
Where's the pole gone? That's what I want to know. What's happened to the pole?
Upstairs, their master bedroom was clashing and over-personal, but now it's stylish and defined. Total cost £541.
Wowzers. Oh, I love that wallpaper. I prefer that to the one that I showed you. And there's no pole anymore. But now it feels glamorous and luxurious, and dare I say it, twice the size.
It does look so much better.
You've done a brilliant job. You can put your pole back when you move to your new house. Will you put the pole back?
In the new house?
Yeah. I love it. Brilliant.
At Chris and Fiona's chintzy detached, things are making a statement upstairs thanks to the new bedroom feature wall. Not my original choice, but still lovely.
I'm happy with it. I'm sure Fiona will be happy with it. I hope.
Fiona's downstairs with a master plan for the granny's headboard.
Some of the items of clothing that I've looked tired, I'm going to use them against the headboard. Bingo! I could even staple gun Chris's trousers when they need taking in.
Chris is also getting creative with my clipboard idea, sticking on some old offcuts of wallpaper, and job done.
I like.
And all that's left are some final finishing touches. In goes the wardrobe. Away go Fiona's clothes, down goes some sparkle. Lovely.
Wouldn't mind sleeping in this room myself tonight.
You've actually got a danger of getting your clothes into 2 wardrobes.
That's nice, organised.
Unheard of.
Before, this bedroom looked more like a charity shop, but now with the boutique styling, fresh feature wall and clever colour choices, it's been transformed into a bright, modern space. Total cost £307.
Look at the difference in here. Are you chuffed?
Yes.
It's gorgeous. Not exactly the colour scheme that I said, but I'll forgive you. And it feels like a bedroom now.
The headboard.
Yes, it's a scarf.
Do you like that?
I do.
Do
It's
you
one
like
of your
that?
scarves,
Do you
isn't
like
it?
that? I do.
It's lovely. It really is. And I think you've really helped your chances of selling this house. Well done. Can we go look at this study?
The downstairs office has now been transformed into 2 clear areas. A simple but stylish shower room and a 21st century office with a minimalistic look. Total cost £761.
Wow! When I was saying about putting a wall up there, I was thinking, oh, is it going to make both rooms feel really small? But it hasn't, has it?
No. What it's actually done is, it sounds crazy, but it's actually opened this room up.
I love the desk and I love the fact that it's streamlined and that it's clutter-free, and it enables people when they come into this space now to visualise it.
I wish I'd had the idea to do that years ago.
Yeah.
Back at Joey and Lisa's unadventurous semi, the daunting damp in the conservatory floor needs to be tackled. Carpenter friend Steve reckons he might have a solution.
Joists underneath got rotten. All the moisture's been sucked up into it. Base just needs replacing.
So it's down with some new supports and on with some chipboard. Sorted. Joey can now crack on with my cool-looking laminate floor.
So this is a first, so we'll have to see how it goes.
Just take your time.
Effectively, it's a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle.
With the bright laminate floor in place, all that's needed are a few final touches in keeping with my outdoors in theme, and the look is complete.
I like the conservatory as well, but the lounge is so different. The colours and everything, just like a different room. It's more cosy.
Thanks to the overpowering use of brown, the living room was uninspiring. But now with my choice of statement wall and an injection of accent colours in the details, it feels fresh and alive. Total cost £364.
Gosh, it's so different. Are you pleased?
Yeah, really pleased.
Yeah, really pleased.
It's really soft and warm in here now as well, isn't it? It's beautiful. The wallpaper's lovely and it works really well because you stand and look out there now and it does blend the two together. Absolutely transformed it. I want to go and look out here. That floor looks great.
The conservatory now feels sophisticated and chic, thanks to the creation of an office space, bold colour choice for the walls and ultra-modern furniture. Total cost £638.
You've done a brilliant job, Joe. You really have. I love that space now because before it was such a wasted space, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has it turned out as you imagined, better than you imagined?
Yeah. Better than I imagined.
You gotta love that wallpaper. I could see when I held out, you're like, she's totally lost it. But it's lovely, isn't it?
It's nice, it goes really well.
Increase the saleability of this place. It will go, it must do,
I hope so.
or it has to. Yeah, lovely.
In Berkshire, all 3 of my sellers have gone the extra mile to impress retired Ellie, who has a sizable budget of £410,000. Chris and Fiona are delighted with the style makeover they've managed to achieve in both his office and her bedroom.
Changes we put in place. I've brightened certain rooms up in certain terms.
Thanks to Oliver and Natalie's hard work, their 3-bed semi has been transformed into a clutter-free zone.
Well, with Amanda's help, we've shown it off to its potential of how you can see walls.
And Joey and Lisa can now see the wood for the trees in their outside-in schemed conservatory and living room.
Thought it was very dingy. It's like lifted the living room. It's so much brighter.
Time to see what my buyer Ellie and best friend Chrissy think, starting with Fiona and Chris's.
If you peep over there, there's a brook. So this is the property that we're going to be seeing. It's detached and it's got a really lovely garden. And look what you look out onto.
View.
What do you think of the house?
Kind of nice. Yeah, I like it. Do you like it? Yeah.
So reserving judgment until we get inside.
Yeah,
Yes, let's have a look inside.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This property does offer Ellie the garden space she's after and a through lounge.
So come through. So this is your study stroke shower room.
I don't know, I find it very strange having study and shower. It doesn't connect.
That would be very easy to take out if you wanted to. Make it an
extra room.
An extra room, yeah.
This really is classed as your 4th bedroom stroke.
Yeah.
Well, you could put a sofa bed in here, so it's like a study, but with a desk.
Yeah. Let's go look at the bedrooms.
It's upstairs to Fiona's now girly bedroom.
So this is your 2nd biggest bedroom.
Oh, that's pretty. There's a lot of light coming in. Nice big windows. Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely room.
I like the house. I would want to do an awful lot.
Let's talk price. How much do you think this is on the market for?
300,000?
Okay.
I think probably about the same.
It's much more. 389,950. Wow. A little bit more than you thought it would be.
Wow, we're both well out on that one.
So should we continue? Should we go and look at some more? Out we go, girls.
Clearly not to their liking. Let's hope Natalie and Oliver's grabs them.
So a different concept this time. First impressions.
I like the look of it. Yeah,
okay, good. All right, let's get inside, have a look.
Positive on the curb appeal, inside to the lounge.
Okay, wow.
It's quite a big room, isn't it?
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's really light and airy, actually. It's nice.
Yeah, I do too, and I think that having the patio doors up here, that, you know, lets a lot of light in.
So size-wise, is this the sort
is a
of
good
living
size.
space?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a good size.
And for me, I think this offers really good entertaining space.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look at one of the bedrooms?
Oh, I'd love to.
Let's go look at the master bedroom.
With no sign of what came before, let's hope they now see this room's full potential.
So you don't have one enormous master bedroom, but you've got 3 good-sized double bedrooms. All the bedrooms are the same size, give or take the odd inch or 2, but they're all pretty much the same
Believable,
sort of
really,
size.
isn't it? That you can see the space in here.
What do you think of the decor? You like the decor?
I like this.
Is it too glitzy for you? Because you guys have got a different taste in decor, haven't you?
I like it.
Price-wise, you were utterly useless the last time,
I know.
guessing. Let's see if we can get any closer.
400.
I think 410.
Yeah, well, now we're much better. 408.
All right. I won.
So actually, it's not bad going. That's pretty.
Yeah,
that's pretty
it's quite a big house.
Let us move on. Let's go and look at something else completely different.
Ellie's keeping her cards close to her chest. Hopefully, Joey and Lisa's place will tick all her boxes.
So here we are, ladies. Another very different option. Initial impressions from the outside.
I quite like it. I'm not very keen on the windows.
You could change those.
Yeah, you could change those. That's just cosmetic, isn't it?
Should we get inside and see what you think of the interior? Come have a little look.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Into the living room we go.
Wow.
What do you think?
Yeah, this is
It's a nice size room. I like the double doors.
Does it have a better feeling than the other properties that you've seen with me today?
Definitely.
Yes. It's nice and light in here. Yeah. Just looking at that wall there, it's like, it's making me look at it. It makes me feel cheerful being in here compared to the other two. It's a home.
Good. Let's go look at the conservatory.
With its bright new look, let's hope this room also appeals to my buyer, Ellie.
So, conservatory, stroke office, garden-wise, I think it's probably the biggest that you'll see.
It's a nice garden.
It's big, isn't it?
It is a nice garden. There's lots of houses around.
There are. I would not come out here naked unless you want him over there to have a look at you. Yeah. So in terms of boxes ticked, what boxes are being ticked with this one?
The garden, but it's overlooked. But the garden is amazing. It's kept really lovely. And the lounge with this bit here, that's a bonus.
Stuff.
Yeah, that helps.
Price-wise, what do you think about this one?
420.
Okay. Chrissy?
I think 415.
375.
375.
Gone the other way.
Oh wow. I think it's a good price. Yeah.
It's a very good price. Yes.
Yeah. Lots to think about. Should we find a pub?
Let's do that.
So let's find out which house held most appeal.
So, ladies, it's been an interesting day, hasn't it? Because we've seen some very different properties. We'll start with the house by the brook. You liked the garden in that one, didn't you?
Yes, the garden was nice and the view was nice. It had a lovely, looking over the meadows was lovely.
Where's the butts?
The study and the shower was too mixed for me. It just didn't, and the downstairs.
Then we looked at the house with the big open plan lounge dining room.
It wasn't to my liking.
It just didn't work for you, did it?
No.
What was it about it? Can you pinpoint what it was?
I needed more space.
You needed more space.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us on to the house with the conservatory. Now, you were both, I felt, much more animated when you went in that house.
It was cheery, it was nice. The decorating was lovely.
Did you have a favourite? Was there one that stood out more?
The last one was the best.
So the house with the conservatory.
That would be the best.
Will you go back and look at it, or are you going to continue the search?
It's not. It wouldn't be for me, but it's opened my eyes to, you know, looking at houses now. I think maybe give me the bug to carry on and look more.
Here we go. Yeah. The right one. The right one will be out there somewhere for you, I'm sure.
So good news for Joey and Lisa.
Pretty happy with being the favourite. I mean, that's always a good thing, a bit of a bonus. I mean, we're happy with what we achieved. I don't think there's too much I'd change, to be honest.
The rival sellers may have been pipped to the post, but they can rest assured knowing their transformations will mean more of a chance of a sale.
I think anybody that would have come in before would have been a bit daunted that they were kind of buying a family member rather than a house. And now it's neutral. People can come and imagine themselves living here.
The way the place now looks, I think it's more sellable. I believe we've got another buyer around the corner that will snap it up.